Welcome back to another Hostile fishing video. Today we're doing something a little different than going fishing. We're doing a how-to tie video for this fly. This is my XL Slump-Buster I've been tying. It works pretty good for bass and some bigger panfish like crappie. Today we're doing this version. This is a crayfish pattern that I've been working with. But yeah, I hope you sit back, enjoy, and let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm nervous on the surface, I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything, I'ma give it everything I got.
Third, we're going to take a size 4 Arax salt jig hook. It it's pretty good. It's a pretty good hook for this. You don't have to do the salt hook. It's just something I could only find at the moment. But this one works great. I like the durability of it, the size, all of it, all great hook for this fly. And then with the slotted bead here, this is a tungsten 7/32 black bead. It could be basically any color, but this is the one that matches the best with this pattern. So to get started here, we're gonna put on our black thread just right behind the bead. Oops. Let me just secure this guy a little bit better here. Still getting used to this vise. It's still new. But yeah, no, it's a good vise. I just need to work on the kinks here, and we'll be all settled. But snap the access off. Now I'm gonna take some .02 lead 3 wire. Just gonna roll some out and cut some. I know this fly already has a little bit of weight to it, but we're gonna add a little bit more to get down there quicker. I want it to be more top heavy, so bottom heavy. Then I'm just gonna wrap this up to the head. And this will just kind of secure it in place too. I don't want to go all the way up because I still want my material to get in right there. So then I'm gonna just wrap it up the back of the head. You can helicopter this off. Oops. Like that. Just wrap. Hold on. There we go. Let's wrap this back now. And it's okay to have a little bit showing there. It's all going to be covered here. It's a pretty ugly fly put together, but once it's all done, it looks great. So I'm going to build a little bit of a dam here, right about the shank of the hook, right where it ends to the bend. Then I'm just going to make a quick little dubbing loop. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top here. And then now I'm going to take some of my dubbing. I'm using the hairline Cohen carp dubbing. Just like the color of it. Matches the crayfish pretty good. It's the cray, actually the color is the cray Z orange. So, but I'm going to grab a good amount of it. So this is a bigger fly, so it does need a little bit more for the body here. Just going to spread out my loop here. Twist it up. And it's okay if it looks ugly. Like, it's not supposed to be a pretty, like I said. Just get a couple wraps here started. There we go. Now let's work our way up. We might have to add more too. Yeah, so we're probably going to make another one here. I'm going to go back and catch that. Okay. Get that off. I'm going to do another little one here. Okay. Add a little bit more to it. I just want to build this body up to get a bulkier presentation in the water. There we go. And this fly works good for anything. Really, I've been catching some crappie, some sunfish, bass, northern. So pretty excited that it's actually working out pretty good. There we go. I'll just wrap this. Oops. Snip that off quick. Put that aside. I'm just gonna wrap back just a little bit here. Perfect. Now we're gonna take our hairline medium round legs here. I got black to kind of match this pattern. We're gonna just take two of them. That's all we really need. Nothing too much here. And we're gonna fold it. Oops, sorry. Right in half like that. We're gonna go on both sides of the fly here. Just gonna wrap it around. Light wraps to begin with. I'm trying to make them go right in the middle of the body here. Just like that. So now these are kind of just going horizontal with the body. And then we're gonna just do some tight wraps, just lock them in place here. And it's okay if they go right with the body. There'll be a lot of movement in the water. Close that. And you can take this, snip the excess off, hide your tag ends. Perfect. And now we're just gonna rotate this bad boy over. We're gonna take the crayfish orange hairline rabbit strips. Just find a small section here. Alright, so I got that little section here. And what we're going to do is kind of just, you can kind of just eyeball it. So I'm going to go about right there. Poke it through the hide. Might take a little bit of pressure here. And then you can take off the vise through the brush part, work it down. And then you're going to clip it right back in. Like so. Then we're going to pull it kind of tight. So the tag on here is right up over the eye. We're going to do one wrap, two wrap. We're going to come here with the scissors. Cut that off there. Oops. And then we're going to do some tighter wraps over the tag end. Build a nice little thread band there. And it's okay, this is long, we'll clean it up later when we get there. Nothing too worried right now. Now this is the difficult part. You can either make the same dubbing noodle, loop, sorry, that I was showing before, but we're going to try something a little different here. So now I'm going to be using some just a rust color. This is just for the back end of the fly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually back around, clamp that back in. Hope it's still focused. I'm going to take my little poker here and I'm going to try to separate my thread. There, see, I got the thread separated now. So hold that there. I'm going to take my clippers here that I stole from upstairs. I'm just going to grab a nice chunk of the hide here. Might need two hands for this. Might just see if this stays in there. Alright, I'll stay in there. I'm just going to clip this in here. Get a nice chunk of hair. Yeah, this part is kind of a preference thing. And it's not trying to get the hide that much. Alright, we're gonna try that. So after I got in there like that, I have this section locked in. gonna cut this tag end off like that. So now all the hair I'm gonna use is all still locked in there. And I'm just gonna snip the hide off. Just like that. So now what I'm gonna do with this is open back up where I have the threads separated. I'm gonna lay the rabbit strip hairs in there. Open up the clamp. And then you can kind of push it through a little bit. And then you put some tension on there to kind of hold them in place. And you can spread them out just a little bit so it's not so full. So see how I have it kind of like just spread out through. And you can kind of try to make them all the same. And then what you do next, you just twist it up. Just kind of like we do with the dubbing loop. Just twist it up here a couple times. You can take your dubbing brush here and just kind of brush them out a little bit. Get all those trapped ones out of there. Now I got a lot of thread out here. I'm just going to do this with my hand. Just wrap it around and until the strip hits it. And you can kind of assist them going back. And I'm just going to wrap that around the eye. So see now I'm kind of, this is a different color collar here. Just kind of looks like a crayfish, you know. So we're just keep on going, just making our little thread dam to lock everything in place. Like that. Take your thread, and we're just going to do some half hitch knots for today. Let's go make a loop, pull through, make a loop, pull through. I just do a couple of these. It's nothing too special. It's not the whip finish. Still actually working on the whip finish. Something that's not my strong suit here for fly tying. I never really got the hang of it, and I try to practice, but nothing seems to work. So I just do the half hitches, and then I put some head cement on. So after a couple of those, you can go back and snip that off. And now, see, now basically you have a completed fly. But what I do, I like to trim it up. We're going to trim the legs up a little bit. We're going to say about the length of the hook that's left. You know, it's nothing too much. It's right where the bend of the hook is, really. Nothing too long, nothing too short. And you can go through and you can separate them. Oops. And that just gives them an extra little movement in the water here. Pull them apart. There. And then now we go back. Pull up the hide just a little bit here. And then what I like to do is just pull it out. You don't want too much, but you want like not too short. The more you have, the slower it's going to sink. But since we already got a pretty heavy sinking fly, it really doesn't matter too much. So I'm just going to pick a spot and say we'll go about the same length of the shank of the hook. And I'm just going to snip it off there. So now that's to size. We can take this back down. And we're just going to pull it down a little bit. I'm actually going to flip it over now. Lock it back in. I'm going to take my dubbing brush here. And I'm just going to kind of rustle up all the dubbing here. Just get some fibers that are trapped in there. Get a more fuller looking body on this thing. Like that. And then if there's still like, that's where you can kind of like clean up a little bit. You don't got to clean up too much. Because like I said, it is a messy fly in the water. A lot of movement. That's what you want to go for, is movement. So, but like that looks pretty good. Flip this around quick. Let's see here. Oh, right here. So now I'm gonna take my head cement that is not working. I'm just gonna use some UV clear. For a quick little dab. This is just to add extra durability to the fly. So just hit the thread with it. In a couple spots. And this fly will get destroyed by any bass that has any fish with teeth. So you really don't have to worry about it being too durable. It's gonna end up getting clobbered anyway. So just gonna let this sucker dry here a little bit to like cure it. Rotate a little bit, get a nice even cure. Alright, perfect. Shut that off. But yeah, so that is what the finished fly looks like. Uh, just like a little crayfish pattern, like I said. One is the orange and orange. But yeah, this is the XL Slump-Buster. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching this how to tie a fly video with me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you want to see any more flies, let me know. Leave a like, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
It's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage